Hi gamers, mums and dads, welcome to Cridler Gaming. Today we are going to show you a beginner's guide to Monster Hunter Now. So if you're thinking of playing the game for the first time, watch this next 5 minutes, it will help you out and save you hours. So as you'll see when you play the game, you'll go around and you'll collect lots of little stuff and meet lots of monsters and stuff that you take down. Now, when I played the game, I collected everything and then I got all these weapons and armours and I upgraded them all as I went along. Now that is the most inefficient way of doing it. If you want to get through to a good level fast, then just have a look at the monster guide. So as you can see, we've got Jagras here. Look at the weakness. He's got fire. And then Cooler has got water weakness. Skip Pookie Pookie. But Baroth, fire weakness. Gyros, water weakness. Toby, weakness in water. Palume, it's got a fire weakness. Then we come down to Anjanath, who's got a water weakness. Then you've also got Legiana, who's got a fire weakness. Now, once you get rid of Legiana, you'll see he's an ice element, which gives you then the ice tools to get to the next one, the Diablos. So that is the technique we're going to use, fire and water. What you want to do is just focus on the fire and the water. And the reason why, if you look at the weapons, each of the weapons not only has an attack 411 here on this orange, but it's also got an extra 145, so you can add them together. So this is our water one. We're using Jagras Edge, which needs the Great Jagras to get. Then the next one we're using is the Blazing Edge here. So if we take a look at this, the level up, you'll see we're looking at the Anjanath. So they're the two dinosaurs that we really focus on, the Great Jagras and the Anjanath to start with, and that will give you water and fire. Now the Jagras doesn't like fire and the Anjanath doesn't like water, so you just keep flipping your weapons around, and each time you do that you get more and more element attack, so you don't have to level these up. I would level the first one up when you're brand new, so this very first one here, the Hunter's Knife, just because it relies mainly on iron ore, which you can get quite easily. But what you don't want to do is just upload everything from the start and slowly go up 1, 2, 3, because you'll always have the same attack, and what you want is one good weapon with a massive attack, and if you've got that, you can take monsters down quicker. If you take the monsters down quicker, then you get higher rarity stuff quicker, and then you progress through the game quicker, and that's what this video is about, how to get up to like Hunter level 30 as fast as possibly can. Now the second part of this is in the armour. So fire and water, just think about that. Again, you could level up every single armour, but you're going to use up lots of iron ore and lots of the monster stuff that you collect. So what you want to do really is just focus on the fire and water ones to start with. The fire ones don't come in for a bit because we're down into the old Anarath set. But if we have a look at the first one here, we've got fire attack level 2. Remember that. And then this third one here, another fire attack, so that's 3. The other ones we've got are water. So if you look on the right here, we've got the water attack here, there's 52, so that's level 1. And the more of these that you add, the better your attack comes. So if we go on to the guy at the top here and click the view all, you can see our attack's 411. Now our element's 245 there, but if you actually look at the element itself, it's 145. Now that's because we've got an extra 100 in the backup because of the armour. So that's the first tip, focus on the elements. Water, fire and nothing are the best 3 to go for at the start. Now the best thing to do is to have one, say the hat from one monster, body armour from another monster, the arms from another monster, and the reason for that is instead of focusing on 5 different elements of the same monster, you're only focusing on one. So when you're getting that monster, it's all going to the same piece of armour, and that way your defence goes up really, really quick rather than doing each one and using up all the materials, because it's all about getting the materials, and the more materials you've got, you know, the more you can level them up. The last thing really on here is just don't spam use all the materials you have. If you've got, say, 100 iron ore, you'll soon use it up when you start upgrading certain materials, when it's 10, 15, 20 per upgrade. So just focus on all the stuff. Keep it as much as you can. Don't just upgrade something for no reason. The only reason you will is that sometimes it says in the armour down the bottom here, it doesn't on this one, but it'll say you have to forge 10 items to unlock this. If that's the case, just get the cheapest 10 that you can, or whatever left you need. You see I've got 31 armour, the last was 30 down these bottom here, and all I did was I just went across the top and did the cheapest ones to get to those. The last little trick on here is I always focus on the weapon first and the armour second. For example, if you look on my armour here, you will see that my Anjanath helmet can be levelled up. I need 7 out of 5 tails. Now if I go onto my weapon, and you use your weapons, you know, a lot more readily than the armour, here, if I want to upgrade this one, level up, I've got 7 out of 9. So what I'm doing is I'm focusing on the 9 to get this leveled up, and then once that's done, I'll go back onto the armour and level that one up instead. I want to focus on the weapons first because that's the one that does the damage. The defence is only going up a little bit at a time, so it's more productive to focus on your attack than on your defence to start with. Finally, on the weapons, I'm focusing on, you know, the basic ones at the top, just looking at the knives. So you can see in the knives, if you are going to spread out from water and fire, you've got poison and ice and all this sort of stuff here. But you know, you could do the long swords and the hammers and the guns and the bow. If you like those in the game, then that's fine. But if you really want to level up fast, just focus on the knife at the start. 2 more quick tips, and that is, if you go onto your special, you'll get different quests. So we've got Slay Toby today. Now, the way I do this, because sometimes when you walk around you don't actually see the creatures unless you actually chase after them. If you're not going out or something, the best thing to do is in your paintball is to save one of each creature. So we've got Raytheon, Pookie Pookie, Kulu, Baroth. See, now we've got 5 different ones. It just happens I haven't got the Toby, but you know, I've already got that today. So if you keep these in, you can keep them for 2 days. So look at tomorrow's quest and it might have one of these, so you don't have to go out and do it. You can do it straight away in the morning and then get your Zenny then to help level up. The final thing I'll say about monsters, if you are attacking a monster, try and focus on one single point. I know you have to dodge and you know, each monster's different and you get used to fighting them, you know, each attack, and then you know when to dodge. But just, you know, on the Jaguars, I just go straight on the stomach all the time, and then when it breaks, you'll get an extra gift at the end. Although some of the different attacks need, you know, to attack different parts of the creature. So I'm looking at Jaguar's claws at the moment, so I've got to get the 4 legs. And if you look on the actual monster guide, which not many people do, but it is quite useful, if you look at the Great Jaguar, you'll see what you can attack: head, stomach and 4 legs. The head and stomach are easy, the 4 legs just take a bit of getting round to do it, but the 4 legs tend to give you claw more than the head, and that's why I'm attacking the 4 legs rather than the stomach. So focus your attacks, especially if the creature or monster is a very low star rating. Well, I hope that helped. Just to recap is, focus on the fire and water elements on the armour and the attack. Just have 1 armour from each of the different monsters rather than doing a lot, and don't just spam upgrade stuff because it just zaps your materials and you have to go out and get them. So I hope this has helped, and you should get to level 30 pretty quick. Comment down below and I'll happily answer the questions, and we'll see you in the next video. Enjoy the hunting. Bye.